Here's another episode, Catch Not Fish. Today, the family and I decided to come to the community lake in our neighborhood, and this is the first time visiting this lake this year. And upon walking up, I saw 5 bass just hanging out right here by this structure. If you can see, there's a piece of debris, a log. When I walked up, I had my Polaroid glasses on, and I could see them as I walked up. So this is going to be my first cast. Let's see if I can try to get them on my first cast. I hooked the stump.
I see it. I don't think you can see it on. You can't see it on the camera
because I never caught. You see it? That thing is huge, like this. All right, so I always have seen carp. I never personally caught a carp. I hooked one last year and it got off. So upon research, pizza crust is a good bait for catching carp because you put it on the bottom, it kind of floats up. So I'm gonna put this pizza crust. So we get pizza, we just save the crust, and now we're gonna be using it. I just saw a huge carp. My wife saw it as well. It's funny because, like, especially down south, fishing for bass, I mean, it's one thing to have, like, the lures and stuff, but, like, to me, it's more relaxing and funner to have the cord with, like, the shiner or the minnow and cast it out instead of, like, keep casting. It's like a lot of casts. You just gotta keep casting. Like I said, I saw, it was about, here's a turtle right here. I saw a good amount right here when we first walked up. Then when I had came back, when I was reeling, I saw one shot across and looked at it, and for whatever reason, it kind of turned around on me. But I'm gonna try to catch a small one.
See?
That's not a 40-pound fish. That is crazy. That's a carp. That's an Asian carp. They're not native to Florida, but you find them in like residential ponds and stuff because they eat the algae. That's what they eat. They don't eat. It will. So they're like, I have caught them all. They are so good. Carp is bite like grass. And when you're fishing for carp, fishing is subjective because they'll say to catch this, you need to use this, this, and this. But then somebody over here can say, well, I caught that on a right. So all in all, you can catch fish on any type of bait. It could be like a fluke, or it could be luck, or it could just be once in 1,000 fishing trips. But normally there's a specific bait for a specific species that's targeted. Benefits of having a boat. Like, it feels just like this because when I went fishing with the guy twice, fishing with me, like right now we'll be like, want to try to run to the sound real quick? Like, yeah, like want to run to the sound? So like we'll run to the sound. So like right now, the way I'm thinking, I'll be like, want to try fishing the sewage, the drainage ditch. Because I know if I go to the drainage ditch, I'm going to catch something. Because like every single time I drop bait down there, I hook something. So to try to salvage the day, to try to make the most of it, say like right now, we were fishing Sisters Creek. It's like, man, this ain't hitting on nothing. It's dead. Like, you want to go to the sound right quick? So like, yeah, let's go. Like we'll make the trip to, look, some got it. Here.
They're on their way.
Okay, so spent about an hour on the community lake and no fish. I'm not sure if I actually had any bites. I felt some thumps, but it could have been some brush. There was a lot of algae and debris out along the shoreline, but we actually got some good video of, I believe it is a Asian carp, the way that it looked, and we'll include a video of the clip. But I tried my best to catch it. I was using just bread and pizza crust. I had some on the bottom, I had some on the floats, and I never got a bite. I do know they're very hard to catch on hook and line. As I stated, I have never caught a carp before on a hook and line. But I'm going to include a video of a picture from 1 year ago exactly. And I caught a nice sized bass, so that's why I saw on my phone and said your memory is exactly 1 year ago, and I went back. And I saw a couple of bass around the shore, but I could not connect on anything. Okay, so if you watched my previous video, I showed my convict cichlids. They were guarding a nest of fry. And that was exactly 1 week ago today. And as you can see, look at how now the fry are swimming around. I actually took them out of the main aquarium and I brought them out here in a 20-gallon tall aquarium that I have to grow out various fish. So as you can see, there are a lot of them from one batch. So pretty excited to see the progress and the growth on these little buggers. As you can see here in our crayfish tank, the various cubby holes for the crayfish to hide out, and sometimes the crayfish decide to molt out in the open, and that is a very bad idea because they become the same texture as a gummy bear as they molt from their shell. And as you can see, these crayfish are so hardy, they would definitely destroy As you can see, someone decided to molt out in the open. This one as well too. You would think, hey, let's go inside here and hide and mulch, but I guess sometimes you don't be thinking about it. Okay, so in my previous video, I demonstrated how I use polyboards to make a homemade DIY trolling motor bracket. Also, I use the polyboard to raise this bow anchor up to get it to the correct height that I needed. Well, also, I'm doing a couple of upgrades to the trolling motor itself. And one of the things that I did was, as you can see here, the internal switch, these connections were there. They were out in the open. And to waterproof it and to insulate it, I used some of this liquid tape. And what you do, you just take some of the liquid tape and just apply it to certain areas just to give it a little bit more protection than what it did not have, because fishing out in brackish water is very unforgiving. So for example, if I ever need to replace that switch, or if I ever need to do anything, you don't want these connections to be corroded or seized together. So it's a whole lot easier to insulate it, seal, protect it, and in the event you have to do any work, you can easily peel it off, or you might be able to just cut it and slide it directly off. Also, as you can see in here, I put some Permatex gasket maker ultra black to prevent any water from accumulating and getting down in the shaft. And there are 3 locations on the actual trolling motor head that I made a seal as well. And as you can see, this is what I used, the ultra black Permatex gasket maker oil resistant. And I got it off of Amazon. So as you can see here, there was a seam here, here, here where the shaft connects to the trolling motor head housing, motor housing, the 2 bolts here, and there was a ring here. So what I did, I just put some of the gasket maker over the bolts, the 2 bolts there, and over the existing ring that he had here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to pack this with marine grease to help prevent water from entering into the head and causing any damage. Now, they do have the saltwater additions, which are the white ones, which basically what I am doing with insulating the electrical connections and having the gaskets around the head, and also replacing the hardware with stainless steel. That's what the saltwater additions are. So if you have a freshwater addition trolling motor, you can do these simple steps to kind of help prevent the corrosion. And as always, when I get back from my fishing trips, I always wash everything down. So I just do not come back and park my boat. When I come back from fishing, it's almost near an hour of rinsing everything off, washing the boat, washing the electrical connections, wiping stuff down. And I might even do a video on the process that I do when I get back from a day of fishing. All right, everyone, until next time, I hope I'm able to get back on the water soon. But let's catch not fish, and hopefully we'll get a bite like this.